In many ways, food is an expression of love. It's not just stuff we eat. Food can be an act of service, a gift, a means of quality time, a channel for words of affirmation, and, more than anything, food can touch our mind and body like few things can. If you've ever read the book The 5 Love Languages, this might sound familiar to you. As humans, we all communicate and receive love through 5 basic methods: acts of service, giving/receiving gifts, quality time, words of affirmation, and physical touch. Food deliciously fits into all of those categories, and that's why food is one of the most powerful things in our universe. Since my grandmother communicated her love to me through food, and she wanted me to be happy, she always bought the foods she knew I like. Whether it was homemade, fresh from the microwave, or straight out of a paper bag from a fast food joint, good vibes were attached to those meals. Plus, like many parents and caretakers, she just wanted to make sure the kid ate, period. I was already a skinny child, so getting those calories in me by any means necessary was only the right thing to do. You don't want a kid wasting away on your watch. Add on top of that the brilliant marketing by food manufacturers. Their messaging led parents to believe that these foods were the right choice for your growing kids. It's fortified with vitamins and minerals and gives your little ones everything they need. Plus, if you wanted to have some extra insurance, just have the kiddos pop a couple of Flintstones vitamins. And even though it's just glorified candy, at least it might prevent a few kids from getting scurvy. Now, what's truly strange about this is that my grandmother and grandfather lived their lives differently from many of the people in our neighborhood. My grandmother tended her own vegetable garden, although I never touched any of her bounty, had a lush cellar where she kept jarred foods she prepared, and she even made ice cream from snow one time. I know the wise saying is to never eat yellow snow, but that vanilla ice cream she made was pretty tasty. What I'm trying to say is that she took a healthier approach to things, as did my grandfather, who hunted and foraged for many years as well. But the pace of life and convenience of heavily processed food eventually got its grips into them too. Moving around. While I was sitting at my kiddie table, nibbling on fried fish and watching cartoons, I know my grandfather was giving me occasional dirty looks from the kitchen. He was probably wondering why I got to eat what I wanted, and my grandma was making him eat something different. You see, since he had his first heart attack, the doctors recommended that he make some changes to his diet. One of the first things he nixed was butter. Butter was now to be replaced with vegetable oil spread. It must be healthier. It says vegetable in the name. Plus, the commercials say it's better for you. On the commercials, there were 2 pairs of hands, no faces, and the voices of a man and a woman. The hands were flirting with each other as they spread partially hydrogenated vegetable oil onto bread. I'd never seen hands flirt before. I knew that when I grew up, I definitely wanted a relationship with flirty hands too. With more health problems, including a second heart attack and open heart surgery, the pace of living in a major city had become too much for the old country boy inside of my grandfather. So they decided to move back near his hometown, hours away of Piedmont, Missouri. And that meant after 2nd grade was over, I'd be moving in full-time with my mom and dad in a different part of St. Louis. My parents wanted to give me better opportunity, so that's why I spent a few years living with my grandparents. At the time, it was really tough for my parents financially to get by. Plus, my little brother and sister had come along. Having me there was one extra mouth to feed, but we all made the adjustments and figured it out. 3rd grade in a new school was a complete culture shock for me. In the blink of an eye, I went from walking to school in a suburban neighborhood to busing to school within the inner city. I have to tell you, I loved riding the school bus. It was more time with friends and more time to goof around. But what I really loved about the new school was the food. Instead of my grandmother packing me lunch, I now got to pick my own lunch with these magical red tickets. I was on the free lunch program, designated for low-income households, but it felt like I was rich with that little ticket in my hands. I could pick pizza or chicken nuggets, juice or milk, an average apple or a jazzed-up fruit cup, and no one was watching over me to see what I ate. I adjusted to the new school pretty quickly overall, but one thing